between Pennywise and this new Joker that we got right here, you know, Joaquin Phoenix out there. Everybody's talking about this movie. Everybody's talking about this performance. Everybody's talking about how Oscar worthy this is. And plus, everybody can't stop talking about that other one, Pennywise. Oh, this is nice, man. I feel it already. I like it, man. I love this. I'll start using more of it, man. Shit, I have to sell this shit in dtmerch.com. The only thing clear is that classic black tee with the white logo. Along with the other logos, that colored logo, that neon logo, the Joysies. We're getting them shoes up in here pretty soon. Ooh. And that will be October 18th for Double Toasted live in Los Angeles. And we will be there with a night of comedy, some interaction, some games, and you know we got to mess with y'all in the audience. Going to roast a little bit. We get by with your support in the forms of your subscriptions, donations, in your ears. Yes, that's right. When you listen to us, you support us in many ways also through SoundCloud, Apple Podcast, iTunes, if that's still around out there. With what we have right here, especially with Pennywise, see, you know, of course everybody's talking about the Joker, but with Pennywise, some people would definitely say that he is the scariest of the two. You know, they're both disturbing, but as far as horror and scariness goes, you know, Pennywise, he's got that. And some would argue that he's probably the scariest of Stephen King's creations. You know, and Stephen King has created a lot of monsters right there. There's a couple of my favorite. He's got vampires and things living in crates and cars that come alive, dogs that get bit by bats and kill whole towns. Yeah. You know, it's a lot of things that Stephen King has used to scare us, but people say ain't nothing on that Pennywise. I would say that it bears the question, what makes old P-Wise so scary? What makes old P-Wise scary? What is it about this clown that has people all shook up, man, saying that out of all the things that Stephen King has done, that's the one that keeps me from sleeping at night. That's the one that makes me rethink my life right there. That's the one that you can threaten me with.
Depends on which one you're talking about, too.
And it depends on which one you're talking about, but I'm talking about the character, too, just in general. I mean, I'll even go to the book with it. But exactly what is it that makes Pennywise so scary to people? Pennywise don't mean shit to me. I'm going to let y'all know right now, a lot of people in this country got a screening of it, too. Pennywise, he looked at Austin, he said, oh, shit, Corey and Martin over there, I ain't with them. So
he knew better.
Yeah, he knew better. Take that balloon, shove it up your ass, go on somewhere.
He's mad because you got stood up.
I am, man. I'm too angry to be scared.
I wish you would come around here.
I'm too angry to be mad with my privileged ass. You know, I'm mad because you couldn't come to touch. So as far as I'm concerned, Pennywise, he ain't done nothing for me. I got to pay to see his movie. I'm too angry to be frightened. But you bitches out there, y'all think you're something. You guys out there, we're going to actually examine what it is that makes this horror icon so frightening to people. Please chime in when I'm done with some of your things to add to that list right there. Too. Sure. Chime in throughout the discussion as usual. Let's start with number one right here. Pennywise took, you know, he's a clown. People, like we said, clowns get a bad rep today anyway, man. You know, people are already scared of the average clown out there. I feel bad that people have invested in clown college, got their PhDs.
The PhDs.
Yeah, they were ready to go out there and spread joy and laughter. And once they graduated, what was the reality? That they actually spread fear and screams, nightmares. It's not what they signed up for. Those are regular clowns that actually want to do some good.
Sure.
You know.
Sure, but I know where clowns fucked up.
Where do you think?
I think it goes back to the Great Depression, when clowns started dressing up like hobos.
Hobos.
Oh,
yeah.
And then, you know, they're already making fun of people who are completely out of work and completely destitute. making them clowns. And then as hobos started, people were like, hey, hobos aren't fun. They're dangerous alcoholics.
Mm-hmm.
Then that got kind of put on clowns like, wait a minute. You're actually making fun of something that's not just sad, but now it's scary.
Right.
Yeah.
And then if a clown shows up dressed like a hobo to a birthday party and he's been drinking ahead of time, and talking with this voice,
Hey, kid.
and that's the inspiration for that early Pennywise, the TV Pennywise.
Oh yeah, no, I get you. No, yeah. Hey, bud.
Yeah. Hey, Georgie.
Hey, George, is it your birthday? Hey, nice party, kid. Where's your dad's liquor cabinet?
Right. Hey, brother, can you spare a dime?
Yeah. But people say I can deal with homeless people as clowns. When they become killers, that's the.
Yeah.
I think that's when things got. Thanks to people like John Wayne Gacy, who was a clown. John Wayne Gacy is a man who killed teenage boys and young men from 1972 to 1978. He went on a 6-year killing spree and was infatuated with clowns. Did paintings of clowns. Dressed like a clown. Now, 90% of clowns out there, I like the way I didn't even say 99%. I said 90% of clowns out there have no intention
Very precise number.
of killing anyone out there. But, once you get some bad PR like this, you know how it works, man. You know how it works. Clowns are like black people. One of them up, everybody sucks.
Clowns are like black people. That's all they gonna get from that.
You get people like Tim Burton out there who took the image of clowns and just twisted and distorted them into things that people I don't even know what the fuck that is. I said that is an original painting from Tim Burton that sold for $40,000. And then of course you got people like the Joker. Joker's not even really a clown. He's kind of a gangster. But he's wearing makeup, got green hair, got lipstick on, funny suit. He represents y'all too, and he's fucking up
Clown
like everybody.
Prince, right.
Yeah, and that's the thing. He's not even really a clown. He's more of a gangster, but still, he's out there causing chaos. Clowns got so crazy that they even went in and exploited them to the point where they made them killers from, made them murderous aliens from another planet.
Jesus.
To be fair, there was nothing scary about that movie.
But there's nothing scary about that. That's the thing. It's more of a comedic parody.
Yeah, that movie is just fun.
And I love that.
I love that movie.
Yeah. I love this film, man. I love it. But it wasn't until Stephen King said, you know what, no.
Enough already.
He said, F it. Nah, I'm putting clowns up there with demons and slashers. Where people already freaked out about clowns, because it was already kind of crazy enough where you had grown ass man dressed up in makeup. Stephen King said, well, that ain't nothing. What about put fangs on them? And have them eat children. Give them crazy eyes.
Wall-eyed, yeah.
Yeah. Stephen King was the one that took the clowns and at least with this particular clown and pushed it as a true horror icon. It wasn't no skirting around it, maybe they're kind of scary. Maybe they get a bad reputation. No, Stephen King like, no, that, no. They are horrendous. Yeah, living in the sewer. He was the one to actually add that true horror imagery to it. And make it as vicious as it is.
Mm-hmm. What got me, and I'll just say this real quick.
No, what's up?
That scene always scared me in the original and this one, kind of. I mean, not this one, not so much, but the fact that it was during the day.
Yeah.
I mean, even though it was raining and stuff, it was still during the day.
Yeah, that's true.
That's what got me.
Did you notice it was during the day and it was in a neighborhood?
Right.
Like people outside.
Yeah. And it was just this clown in a sewer.
Yeah, it's not so much people are outside, but they're close. They're in proximity, and yet nobody's there to help.
Yeah, and they had some people come outside. In the movie, there's even a cat that like, damn, he f***ed you up. It's no, that's a great point, man.
Well, yeah, that's what got me.
Yeah, since clowns are something that appeal to children.
Yeah,
because I don't think it was even at the point where we got this phobia of clowns like we do now. I know that since clowns was something it was a thing that appealed to kids, and this creature feeds on the fear of children. It took on the image of something that was childlike.
Right.
That shit wouldn't be that today, you know.
Well, the thing with Pennywise is that like he likes to feed on flesh, but it tastes better. I remember it was in the book or something where it's like salting your meat if the flesh is afraid. And kids are easier to scare.
That's it.
That's why he does.
Yeah,
that.
so he would appeal to them with an innocent clown, and then he would turn vicious like this when it got close by. Today, kids would even give that a chance. You could have a real clown that's completely innocent, wants to actually help the kid, and the kid be like, you know what, that's okay. I'm gonna go over here in this van with this 45-year-old man
because who's got
toys and candy for me. You know, don't do it, kid. Nah.
Even Pennywise going, no, George, you don't do that.
Trying to help you, Georgie. Nah, that's okay. That's all right. Hey, keep the boat. I can make another one.
You got popcorn.
Yeah.
You got a Nintendo Switch in
Yeah.
No,
you know what? Right. Keep the boat. This 55-year-old man told me he's got plenty in his house over here in his basement. I'm fine. Number 2. I think, and this is gonna sound weird, but he's kind of dumb. Like he somehow, and that makes him creepier because his behavior just gets weird.
I know
because like he's smart. He's just smart enough, to pull some Michael Jackson shit on the kid, and call them over there. But when that hunger hits hard, that motherfucker just starts blanking out.
Drooling.
He starts spaced out. He starts drooling.
Yeah,
that's what he. Oh yeah,
his eyes get crazy, and he and like kids, kids are small, so he just kind of he can take his time. They're just like little appetizers. But this fool gets around adults and sees that steak venison in front of him. That motherfucker starts thinking about that shit. And he just forgets what he's talking about.
No one who dies here ever really dies.
Like, what this bitch put in my tea? She's like, huh? Yeah, man.
You gonna finish that statement?
I'm on a schedule right now.
I'm gonna have Jessica Chastain. I'm about to look at her like that too.
Like, I don't want to talk shit to an old woman, but she better hurry up and say something. He is just, there's nothing stylish or cool about him. No. He is just a fool. It's funny because out of all the creatures that I know, he's like the goofiest, man. I mean, look, he can't dance.
I started laughing feeling that part.
Yeah, man.
Too. Plus, I was like, wait, are you here to eat people or just put on a show?
Put on a show.
Because this is an elaborate show with choreography and stage direction. And sets.
Yeah.
He was like 5, 6, 7, 8.
Yeah.
He's like, are you going to eat me or what? I'm tired of watching this shit.
He's like, I'm going to put on dinner and a show. Dinner for me. Pennywise, at first, he's just goofy. Almost kind of funny in his own way. Pennywise is actually kind of like when you look at him like this, he's like that. He's like that weird friend who was funny at first, and then after a while, everybody realized, oh shit, he really has a mental problem. Yeah. There's something wrong with this guy right here.
If you think that was fun, we should come back to my house.
Yeah, no.
I would, but.
Yeah.
I gotta wash my hair.
It's like you introducing everybody, and everybody's like, man, your friend is mentally off. No, he's just crazy.
He's cool.
Sitting around.
It's happened to me before, too.
Oh, yeah.
Sitting around, and like I said, man, he's it's nothing cool about him. He is a child. He actually throws temper tantrums when he can't get his way. It's like, This guy has no self-control, no composure, no presentation.
There's no catch-up there.
But it's those things that make him more disturbing. Like when he stares off.
Yeah.
He starts drooling. That's creepy. It's like I said, when you realize that somebody is kind of not right, it's not funny anymore.
Right. No.
With whatever race of creatures you're from, I almost feel sorry for you because they must hate your ass. And I think in the mythology of this character, they do. They just want him to leave.
Yeah. He's the one out of all that.
Right. No, he's the one that nobody likes.
Stand that guy.
It's true though.
Yeah,
it's true.
Send that motherfucker to Earth, man.
Yeah.
Get him the hell out of here.
Wasn't he like banished to Earth or something?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, he came out of another realm, the one that was in the mist.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's right.
And they just said, close the door. Don't let him back up in here.
Shut the door
Yeah.
to the realm.
Here's 3. I think that one of the things that makes him so frightening for people, with a combination of him being a clown, they can take that image of a clown, and we showed you earlier that they took it and literally put fangs on it, made it more horrifying. And I think that is possible more than ever today because at number 3, we're able to actually do more with effects to make him more frightening.
True.
Now I had to give it to Tim Curry. I have to give him credit. He made that miniseries that came out back in the early 90s. His Pennywise, but I'm gonna tell you, his Pennywise, for him, you got to give him credit of his own because unlike the Pennywise we have today, his had to depend mostly on his acting. Had to depend more on a lot of times his body language and what he had to do. And I think he did an amazing job at what he had done.
You do? Well, you better let the poor guy out.
Okay, maybe not that scene. I don't even like nobody's even scared no more. Everybody just kind of like, is he gone yet? I like the way that woman's like, just ignore him and he'll go away.
Everybody's like, Tim, we haven't said action yet.
Yeah.
And it's like, so are we scared or annoyed?
Yeah.
I can't keep track.
It's just that guy, and this guy's like, I'm so sorry I invited him to the party.
Harry Anderson.
So, yeah, sure. He's actually having to be more of a clown instead of a creature clown in a lot of scenes. So it really depended on his performance. But today, with Bill Skarsgård, he did an amazing job, man, as well. And I'm not going to, just credit his performance all to CG. But he did have sort of an unfair advantage almost over Tim Curry in that he was, able to take advantage of the technology that we have today. Poor Tim Curry, man, most of the time he has to be a clown. The sewer scene was scary. And at the end of the movie, he just turned into a stop motion spider.
Right.
And what he had to do.
That was.
But with Pennywise 2.0, you got him being able to, he's able to, do things fully with his body that wasn't possible back in the day that they did the first one. He's able to actually come in and contort it in just really disturbing ways. You like these smooth moves?
Yeah, man.
He came out popping and locking, boy. He put on a break dance.
He's got it down.
Yeah, it was almost like a dance battle. He was. I was expecting to be like, all right, you. Kid's like, what?
I was like, I just broke my arm. Man.
You got served, kid. How you like that?
Now,
Leaves.
now get up. Show me what you got.
Okay. I totally got served back there.
Yeah.
That's his worst fear.
Yeah.
He's getting beaten and dance down.
Yeah, the other kid's like, ooh, shit, he got you. He broke my arm, man. Get up and do something, man. Show him what you got. Yeah. It was really cool for some body horror moments, unlike the first one. I mean, in this one, besides contorting your body, it was just there are moments here where he's transforming, he's writhing and just going through convulsions on the ground with all these and while changing into different things. Again, not something that they were able to do back in the day,
right?
Or take body horror to the point that they were in the movies. He's turned to a dog. But this is
like, man, I told you to pull that goddamn trigger. I got this, y'all. Oh shit!
Yeah, look at this.
They all
Shit.
just spread out.
Yeah, he scared the hell out of those kids.
Yeah,
they had to be irresistible to him. He's like,
yeah.
oh, this meal is gonna be so good.
Them kids must have been like them Popeye's chicken sandwiches. You can't get these back in my planet. Yeah, man. They made him more vicious. They made him more disturbing with the stuff that he could do with his body. They made him a horrifying creature. Like I said, and you know what? And I got to give a lot of credit to Tim Curry also. Because You know, one of the cool things that he was able to do, they looked at Tim Curry and they're like, you know what? Even back then, he was able to do shit with his eyes that, you know, you probably need CG for today.
Yep.
Got them, you know, because he had huge eyes,
Big
man.
eyes. Just like Bill Skarsgård.
Yeah, Bill Skarsgård. Yeah,
probably,
yeah. I think that's like the prerequisite that you have to. How big are your eyes?
Can you imagine he walked into the audition and they just said, yeah, you got it.
You got it.
But I haven't even read. It's
Yeah.
okay.
Damn.
Come on, Frankenfurter.
People in audition like, why is that fish dressed up like a transvestite? You know, this yeah, I mean that's it. You know, like I said, man, there's a lot of stuff that they can do today that, you know, with today's audiences, they have to really push it. But that's not to take away from Tim Curry, man.
No.
You know, like I said, it was a lot that he had to do just to depend on his own physicality. Number 4, simply put, he's a pedophile. You know, he goes.
Well, he preys on
He
children.
goes only for kids. Now he's not trying to have sex with them, but you know, eating them alive, that ain't much better. You know, it's and like I
feel
said,
like it's
you know,
worse.
it's not good. And you know, he's and I told you earlier, man, he uses pedophile tactics
Hell yeah.
to get kids. You know, like I said, he's using the old candy in the van technique. You know,
Yeah.
I got something you want. Now walk into some place where your little ass ain't got no business being.
Yeah, right. With them big ass lips.
Yeah, in a sewer. You know, I'm sorry. This,
I don't feel sorry for Georgie.
little Georgia deserved to lose his arm and everything else. That's a clown in a sewer, man. You old enough to know that shit is wrong.
You ain't supposed to talk to strangers anyway, let alone one down in the sewer.
Let alone a clown in a sewer. How the you get down there? Georgia was not meant to survive life.
You
was
make
not.
it, man.
That if a clown was gonna get him, you know, somebody's gonna get this
Georgia,
kid. Yeah, so this kid's gonna get hit in traffic or something. Yeah, this kid
Get
before that
taken by a Ponzi
man,
scheme.
before that clown got him, before that clown even got him, a pole attacked him.
Yeah.
A pole that wasn't moving took him out.
I'm telling you, he was thinking one of those.
That Paul's like, now think if I was trying to get you.
Yeah. Now get out of here. This kid wasn't gonna make it. This is a win-win, man. You know, this is a win-win. This clown got to eat, and the world is rid of Georgia. Georgia's gonna something up.
I thought about that watching the movie because I know you're supposed to feel sorry for Georgie, but having him run into a pole right before just took all that sympathy out of me.
Was it a pole? Did he run into like it was one of those roadblock things?
Which is roadblock, which is even worse.
It's even worse.
Yeah.
Like you gotta do the limbo to hit that shit.
Yeah.
You know? Oh, Georgia, yeah.
Chasing the boat, not
Chasing
paying attention where it's going.
Yeah, Georgia, you weren't meant for the world. This is meant to be.
Should I go in here or what?
Shit, if a clown didn't get you, a goddamn mountain lion or something.
While he was at work.
Yeah, wait.
Mountain lion would have got
On his way to school or some shit.
George like, I'm gonna go swim in the ocean. Hand me that pig's blood.
Yeah. A goddamn mountain lion. Yeah. A mountain lion in the sewers.
Yeah.
Hey, Georgia, come here.
Oh, I just meant while he was at the coffee machine at work, a mountain lion would come out.
Number 5. I tell you, the character inspires some frightening performances. You've had this character played by 2 actors. They're playing the same character and they play them completely different, but yet they both made them very creepy. You know, Tim Curry, back in the day, it was funny because you know it took a while to even get scared of him because at the time he was talking like a 1930s gangster.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, bucko.
I'm not supposed to take stuff from strangers. My dad said so.
Very wise of your dad, Georgie. Very wise indeed.
Down here is the bee's knees. It's the cat's meow, Georgie. Come on down here.
Look at that, Georgie. He's like, he's smart enough. He just can't put 2 and 2 together.
No, like I said, even that Georgia wasn't meant to be for the world. Georgies just don't deserve to
My
live.
dad specifically told me I shouldn't be over here talking to you.
I like the way he's getting mad too. Like, man, you, Dad. You don't get this bow tonight. Jesus Christ. Man, you want this? Jesus.
George is smarter than the other one, though. So.
But yeah, but you know what? The way he played it was still something creepy about it. Because I mean, like you said, that performance wouldn't be remembered like it is today if it didn't work. So there was something about his performance that really did work for people. One is playing it like a man, like a full blown tough guy from the 30s.
Yeah.
And you got another guy who's playing it like a child.
Hello.
You know, it's really two different takes on the same creature from the same source material. But yet they made it their own. And I think, you know, it's just a role that kind of brings out the upness in a person, whoever takes it. You know, it makes you crazy. It makes you creepy. Number 6 is kind of a little bonus, but this is my last one. I think this is what really makes it frightening for people is that Pennywise, he has kind of made real life scary. You know, say what you will about, like, he's influenced the world with his disturbing nature. You know, say what you will about Pennywise in the movie. We know that's a movie. His ass ain't gonna jump out that screen. Now, that doesn't mean that we can't have imitators out there in the middle of the night creeping around. Can't say the same for them. You know, this is a time when during the lead up to it, with people getting these weird clown sightings. And at first, everybody thought it was a bit marketing plan, or marketing ploy. Everybody was like, yeah, Warner Brothers. I said, you come on out now, quit playing. You know, and then they're like, oh shit, no, this motherfucker ain't gone yet. You know, he's here every night.
Damn. Look like grainy photos like Bigfoot and shit.
Yeah, that's what exactly, man. So I don't know how many of these are fake that people been taking and whatnot, but you know that the marketing for this kind of crossed over into real life, and it wasn't official marketing by the studios. It was people who were just dressing up as clowns and standing out in the middle of the woods.
Who were just inspired.
To just with people. You know, with Lucky, you notice none of this happened in Texas.
Shot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Be a lot of dead clowns out there. Shit.
You have to step over.
Hell yeah. Pennywise his head would have been mounted on some redneck's wall back there.
Check this out.
Yeah. Take that shit on somewhere else. Don't cross that county line. Goddamn. Keep your ass right there. And it goes further than that. You know, probably the most frightening thing on this list is the influence it has on a group of people called Clussies, a category called Clussie. It's pretty much a clown fetish, and a lot of people fetish that
clown
fetish.
Pussy? Is that
Clown,
the idea?
Clown pussy. Right?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
Yeah, so you know,
That's the first thing I thought of when I looked at the picture.
Yeah.
Like clown pussy.
Yeah, I didn't want to put it out there, but yeah, that's what it is. Some people, some people like it. I ain't trying to like kink shame nobody that you know I hit that.
Hey, let me see it again.
Yeah, exactly. Shit, Bill. Now this is the prototype of Billy, but she white.
She can't get no white.
Can't get no white hair, chalky white. But there is a category of a clown fetish, and some of it's crossed over into Pennywise territory. And it's like, look, I ain't trying to kink shame, but you know, now you're doing it with a heart. Like it's gonna take an adjustment for me to have sex with somebody who I just saw eat a child. So you know.
It's not off the table though.
But it's not. It's gonna take a little while. Notice I didn't say I wouldn't.
I said it's out of the question.
It's gonna take about a 5-second. You know, okay, let's do it.
Yeah,
I'm cool.
a couple of shots of tequila. Who knows?
Yeah, I'm down.
Child, she didn't do nothing to me.
Yeah. Shit, she got my boat, man. I had to go get it.
I had to go get it.
Man, I was just trying to get my boat back.
Yeah. I mean, you know, one thing led to another.
One thing led to another. In the sewer.
Yeah. Hey, that's where she was. You know, those are the things I think that are really affecting people out there with Pennywise and frightening them. What do you guys think? I know you said the hobo. That gets people.
Yeah. I always think that's where that really kind of got started. And then once you get to John Wayne Gacy, a guy who's actually killing people, because it is that thing where it's something kids love. They're kind of vulnerable because they love that thing. Adults don't love clowns. Not, unless they want to be one, they don't love them at all. But it's like that's strictly for kids.
And really, the whole time with clowns just don't have, you know, at least, look, I might be, this is probably a very, I don't know what a clownist or racist thing to say against clowns. I don't know. But, you know, a lot of times clowns just don't have any boundaries with people. You know, they always like, when they're around you and around your kids, they're always up in your face. You know, just like, and if you're not scared of them, you're just kind of like, you get your
stop doing that. Yeah.
Right. Please. God damn it. You know, I think a lot of people just annoyed by clowns.
But it also, you think about how what you just talked about with clowns, they're in your face and the whole, blowing the horn, loud sounds, the big laughing. Yeah, for some kids, that's cool. But also think of how it is for some people when they go to Disney and the mascots are in their face. That's something that scares a lot of people, especially scares a lot of kids.
Yeah.
So a clown is that as well.
Yeah,
It's a
that
big
is true.
adult with a weird look in your face, laughing and making loud sounds.
Jesus Christ, I know what you mean now about these hobo clowns. Look at this shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's horrifying.
And there's just something disturbing because even when clowns are, it's funny. Like the cuter that the clowns are, the more sad they get.
Yeah.
It's almost like there's this there's this juxtaposition between all this irony of like clowns are either real creepy looking and too goddamn happy, or they're adorable and they're just depressed as hell.
Yeah, the thing that's supposed to make you happy, it's sad. I mean, granted, it goes all the way back to Pagliacci, but you had those clowns before that were all about, just representing being a clown, being happy. That face, the Harlequin.
I guess that's it. Yeah.
But when you get to the point where they're doing the hobo themes, you look at that, you break that down. It's like that's really propaganda to say, hey, don't feel sorry for these people. They brought that on themselves, and it's kind of funny.
Yeah.
Walking around with their clothes on a bindle and a knapsack.
Yeah. I mean, look at him. He doesn't even take his red nose off.
Yeah.
He's not sad.
It's like,
He'll be all right.
Well, that guy lost his job and his family.
Yeah,
He's got to live outside.
That's a newly unemployed clown right there. Goes back to the opera Pagliacci about the sad clown.
Yeah.
I'm trying to type in how you spell Pagliacci.
P-A-G. It's like Pagliacci.
Because I just put it in. I tried to type something. I got a Mexican dish. Opera of the sad clown. Yeah, man. Yeah, clowns. It's I really do feel. I know that there are people out there who like believe it or not. There are people out there who they've dreamed of being clowns almost their whole lives, and today is a bad time to go into that profession. But
Steve-O got out just in time.
Just in time. Yeah, fortunately he had a plan B. I think he's gonna be a wizard or something. but yeah, man. But you got any opinions on this right here?
Not any more than I already did, except for Pagliacci. A woman did him wrong. That's what it was, right?
Yeah. So there you go. The first incel.
Well, no, he was getting cheated on. He was a cuckold.
Yeah, he was a cuckold.
Poor Pagliacci.
She was doing him dirty.
Oh.
Going behind his back. He was singing about it.
Yeah.
You've seen it. You've seen it.
I've lived it.
I thought that too. Yeah, I was like,
That's basically what it is. I mean, that's basically what it
really is.
You laughing, man?
Like, yeah, you nailed it.
Thank you. I'm doing 3 performances tomorrow. Hey, if you have any recommendations or input, or you have your own list of why Pennywise is one of Stephen King's scariest creations, or if you have any input on why he's probably not, maybe some of them are better, go ahead and put them in any kind of comment section that we're on. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Hit that subscribe button because we don't want you to go away, and you don't want to go anywhere. Get notifications, and also check out our main site, doubletoasted.com. Over there, you'll find the long version of this video, along with many others, and the live streams that we do almost every night of the week. Support us at DJMuch.com. And remember to always stay toasty.